Well, hello and welcome, Earth Signs, to Timsy's Naked Tarots. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot reader is naked, by which I mean I try to strip out as much astrology as I can and take tarot back to just energy reading. Okay, that being said, regular viewers may recognise the setup I have here, which is dictating that I am going to be doing a monthly overview. Out of this deck, for my new viewers, we'll be putting one overall energy card. All three decks have been pre-shuffled for this particular read. This deck will be cut, and the two cut cards will be clarifying that energy for the overview. And then we'll pull 5 cards out of there for the 4.5 weeks of August. The 5th card spilling into September. Okay, and then out of this last deck, we will get the clarification cards for the 5 weeks of August. Okay, so let's make a start, shall we? The overall energy for this month for you Earth signs is death and renewal. Don't worry, it doesn't mean, well, okay, I can't say it doesn't mean people aren't going to die. There will be death throughout the month at some point. It's one of the certainties of life. But it generally means that things are dying, ways of thinking, ways of acting, possibly your card, maybe you're changing job, but things are coming and replacing them. Okay, it's kind of like the end of the old and the beginning of the new. So let's see what we have got clarifying this. We have got an Empress clarifying this. The Empress is it is a representation of the new. It's a card of fertility. It's a card of springtime when the rabbits and flowers and everything are starting to come out and multiply. Don't ask me why I chose rabbits. It could have been anything, chickens, anything. It's the start of the new the cycle of life. Okay, or the cycle of me speaking, if you will. Also very positive energy. We've also got the King of Wands. Okay, the King of Wands is kind of like it's someone who wears a mask a little bit, or it's an energy what wears a mask. Out in public, it will be displaying everything is good, everything is fine, but sort of in public, it will be acknowledging all the bad, which is actually going on in its life. But the public will never know about this. It's a prime example is a little bit like me. I might go to the pub and I might drink a hell of a lot. I will very rarely be sick in the pub or on the way home. As soon as I get through the door, on the other hand, and I'm out of the public eye, yeah, I'll puke my guts up. Okay? But I know it's such a lovely thing to think about, isn't it? But it's kind of like that. It's that sort of energy. The energies which are overall being portrayed by this is on the outside everything is good and kosher, but on the inside it is not. Okay, so this death and renewal, the things that are dying, perhaps you will show a lot of remorse for the fact that they're dead, but inside you're full of joy that it's actually over, or vice versa. You might be showing lots of joy that it's actually over, and inside you're feeling commiseration for it. And on the other hand, the stuff which is coming in to replace it, you might think or show the world that, well, it is what it is. And but on the inside, you're thinking, yeah, it's about time. Or you might be thinking, oh my God, really? So that is the kind of energies of this month for you. So let's see what the first week has in store. Temperance. Basically being patient, and straight away springing to mind is the saying, the best things come to those who wait. Okay, waiting makes you stronger as well. There's a word within temperance which is temper. Okay, and tempering is basically when you use heat and cold to make something stronger. You have tempered glass. The tempered glass is heated up really quick and then cooled down reasonably quick as well, which makes it stronger and tougher. You can smash tempered glass with a hammer and the hammer bounces off of it, but there is a weakness to it. You touch it on the corner with the slightest bit of pressure and the whole thing shatters. Okay, lots of car windscreens and things are made out of tempered glass. Okay, so the first week we are dealing with patience. Basically, you are having to wait. Things, you are wanting things to be going faster than they actually are. Okay, so for some of you, you'll find this week will really drag on. Okay, you're wanting it over, you're wanting it dead, you're wanting it finished, and you want the next week to start. So let's see why we want the next week to start, shall we? Because you have a wish. Okay, the star card is all about putting your intentions out into the universe, manifesting what you want in your own life or in someone else's life. And so this is kind of suggesting to me, Earth signs, you're not really currently happy in your life. With that King of Wands clarifying that Death card up there, you're showing everyone in the outside world that everything is good, everything is fine. But deep down inside, you're not happy with it and you're wanting it to change. Okay, third week of the month. We have got the Queen of Pentacles. Well, this was the overall energy for the fire signs. Okay, so it may pay if you look, just have a glance over the fire signs monthly overview. There may be some stuff in there for you, especially on the last week, August going into September, because I think they had the Queen of Pentacles come out again. It was actually this Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles is a nurturing, motherly type energy, and someone that makes you feel better, someone who listens to your problems, someone who tries to take care of you. Okay, so in week 3, you will be coming across energies or people trying to help you. Well, you may rebuff this help because you're portraying to the outside world that everything is fine, but perhaps listen to your intuition, and deep down inside that little inner child of yours which is screaming, no, I actually need some help. Now take this help from this person. Okay, and take the help from the person. She's offering out her pentacle. The Queen of Pentacles is successful and she is generous with her success. She don't mind sharing out what she has, even if it leaves her a little bit short. This energy you are coming into in the third week, though, I feel is going to be very passionless. Okay, it is all going to be practicality. There's not going to be love or anything involved in it. Well, I'm not love in that sort of sense anyway. Because this Queen of Pentacles has a wand in her hand. And it's called a scepter. It's because they're posh. It's queen, it's posh. Let's call it a scepter, not a wand. Yeah, normally a scepter is made of metal, and most royalty have one of some description somewhere in their arsenal of jewellery. But the scepter itself is basically, in all intents and purposes, a wand. It's a stick. Okay? But she's holding that away from what she is offering. Okay, she's offering her pentacle, her finances, her practical help, but she's withholding her love and her passion from you. Okay, so you can be appreciative of this help, but don't misinterpret it as someone who's fallen in love with you or anything like that. It's just someone being helpful. Okay, there are people out in the world who do that. Now, this card, this queen here, is all about love. Okay, so week 4, you will be finding some sort of new love. Now, this could be a person or thing. It could be a job you fall in love with. It could be the idea of something you fall in love with. The Queen of Cups is all about love and the expression of it. The Queen of Cups holds the Ace of Cups as she is willing to let the person of her choosing drink out of that cup until it is dry. Then she will go off, refresh her cup, and you can drink out of her cup again. She don't mind. She likes sharing her emotions. She likes sharing her feelings. It makes her better by doing this. Okay, she is a very, what's the right word? I can't think of it off the top. Empathic. Is it empathic? She kind of feels what other people are feeling, and she likes to try to help. So this help, what started off as just a practical help, may develop into something a little bit more by within a week or so of it starting. That is a bit quick normally, and I would just say there might be a red flag there. Watch out for that. It could be a lot of lust and not love. But there is something coming into your life in week 4, which is going to be expressing love to you, or you will be expressing love to it. There's going to be a very loving energy in week 4. It could be just the advice that this particular energy ends up giving you opens you up to the acceptance of love from somewhere else. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. There you go. On the beginning of the fire one, I did mention how the universe likes to piss about with me during these reads. Yeah, I think it's all to do with this last card, because when I'm asking the universe to sort out the energies for this, I ask for 5/4 of a moon cycle. Okay, well, the universe knows maths. It knows there is not 5/4 of a moon cycle. There's only 4/4 of a moon cycle. Yeah, so I have to explain to the universe each and every time I do this that the 5th quarter is the 1st quarter of the next moon cycle. Okay, it understands moon cycles. It don't understand our concept of time. This is why I do it like that. Quite often I will get a card here which is a representation of something finishing and something starting. Okay, the universe likes taking the piss out of this by saying it's the end of something, it's the end of August, it's the beginning of September. It don't understand August, it don't understand September, but because of the way I put my intention to the universe, it knows that this card is overcrossing two things. Okay, in this particular case, it's giving me the Two of Pentacles. We're juggling something. Yes, we're juggling August's energy into September's energy. There you go. Thank you, universe. You've done it to me again. I used to have this old deck I used to use for my clarifications. Okay, and it's quite an interesting deck, yeah. But there's a card in here which is the Star card. I doubt if I can find it just by doing this. But in the background on the Star card, it has like lots of stars, ironically, because it's the Star card. Okay, and it has lots of stars, and they're all joined by little lines, and those little lines are like to form constellations and things. And there's one particular one what looks like the universe is literally giving me the bird. Okay, one day I'll dig it out and I'll show it all to you. I might make it my main picture on my YouTube channel for a month or so, I don't know. But anyway, getting back to your read, yeah, it's the Two of Pentacles. It is a juggling of energy. I'm over the last month or so, I've been feeling this is very much like a minor arcana of the Wheel of Fortune. Not so much that someone's doing a 180 or something's doing a 180 and coming back or leaving. It's more of just like the transferal of the energy, because the Wheel of Fortune is all about that. It's about the energy turning from one thing to another. Okay, and this is sort of in particular the juggling point, that crossover point when one energy is there and so is the other one, and you're dealing with them both. You are dealing with two new situations. Okay, I think some of it is spurring off this Queen of Cups, this new love that you have found, and I would imagine the other one is something older. Okay, and so let's get some clarifications out on this. Okay, let's see what the Temperance is all about. Why do we have a Temperance card for week 1? What do they have to be patient about? That's a better question, isn't it? Okay. So, okay, you have to be patient about taking a leap of faith. Okay. The Fool card is all about taking the leap of faith. It is also the first card in the Major Arcana. Okay. You're starting something new. This whole month, yeah, it could be the universe just pissing about with me again, saying it's the start of a new month. I had a little bit of that in the Fire Signs one. But you are starting something new. You are, and he's literally about to jolly off the edge of that cliff there without a care in the world. He's going to hope that that net he is carrying is going to act like a parachute. It's a net, it's not going to. But you don't know, he might catch a bird on the way down. At least he's got something to eat while he's laying at the bottom of the cliff with a broken hip. But he's taken a leap into the unknown. He's taken a leap of faith. Now this is now not sort of, yeah, go for it, take the leap of faith. It's a warning card. It's now turned to look before you leap. Yeah, you've got angelic energy watching over you in the first week. It is going to be pushing you away from this edge as you're getting to it. Okay, go with those gut feelings and those gut instincts. Listen to them. If something suddenly rings out in your head, no, this is wrong, don't do that, you've drunk too much, don't get in your car, don't get in your car. Okay, because that would be the Temperance energy talking to you. Yes, okay, normally if you hear voices in your head, either you are really, really drunk and you should never get in your car if you're hearing voices in your head. But yeah, it will be the intuition, okay, the gut feeling. And it might not be because you're drunk, it might be for any reason, okay? But this has turned into a warning card about leaping blindly into the unknown. The other thing you are waiting for is a soul connection to come in. Okay, you just have to wait patiently. If you're one of these people who are in a twin flame connection and you happen to be the divine feminine in that, the non-runner, yeah, you just have to sit back and wait. They're coming, yeah, in their own time. Lots of other readers are telling you this. Okay, you won't get much of that from me because I try my best not to get involved in that. There's lots of readers doing it, so I just try to keep it all general for you. It's something a little different. Okay, so it is a coming together of two energies. It's your soulmate slowly coming in. You just have to wait. Don't leap into the situation when it arrives either. Yeah, if they do decide to come through the door you've left open for them, take it slowly. Okay, don't rush it. The best things come to those who wait. Crossing this energy of the first week, it's almost like everything I just said, okay, especially about the whole soulmate thing. It's the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a sure-fired thing, okay? It's going to hit its target every time, but it takes its time. It's a card of doing things in its own time when it's ready to do it, okay? It's a knight. It's a knight, okay? That's the first one. We all know what a knight is. I don't mean it's the opposite today. I mean it's a fighter mounted on a horse. They are speedy. They charge into battle. They mow down the infantry, okay? It's on a wild boar. How fast do you think that is going to go compared to a war horse or a thoroughbred racing horse? Yeah, it might have a turn of speed for a little while, but it hasn't got the stamina to keep it up like a horse does, okay? So it is exactly what I said about this and this. It is a surefire thing. They are coming. You just have to wait. You just have to be patient because they're coming in their own time. They're taking the scenic route to come to you, and they're trying to learn everything they can along the way. Okay, let's check out this star. Why do we have a star here? Yeah, this implies there has been a tower, by the way, because we all wish that the tower never happened. So it implies that there has been a tower somewhere between this Temperance and this star. So what is it all about, universe? Can you enlighten us on that, please? Okay. Well, this is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. This is a shift in the energies. You've been wishing for whatever, okay? And the Wheel of Fortune is turning to bring your wish in, okay? Mainly coming straight off that Two of Cups there, yeah? It is about your twin flame if you are in a twin flame journey. If not, it's your soulmate if you're not in a twin flame journey and it's your soulmate coming in. Or it's something you've been wishing to come in. And that could represent this as well. You've got a soul connection onto something because you'll keep wishing for it. I wish I'd win the lottery. I wish I would have a new car. Okay? Bang. The energies are turning. You are going to get your wish coming true. Something's doing a 180. You're wishing for something you don't have. The 180 on that would be you get it. Quite obvious. Yeah? It's like the opposite is going to happen. So, now, and here we go again, talking about the whole twin flame crime. It's about love. You being wishing about love. And again, what is doing a 180 is someone who's been indecisive about love. You have someone in your life, and in the second week, they are going to be turning up, okay? But they're turning up different to how they were, okay? The King of Cups is indecisive about love. He has a lot of love. He has the same Ace of Cups the Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups has. But the King of Cups is reluctant about giving it. He's greedy. He wants to keep hold of that love and emotion and passion to himself. In this particular deck, there is a boat in the background, which is implying that there has always been something which has been drawing him away from love. In the Viking world, that would have been going on raids, yeah? The women folk would stay at home, except for all the shield maidens, of course. But they would stay at home looking after the kids and making sure that the crops nothing bad happens to him, keeping the wild animals out, keeping the deer out of the crops, okay? But I'm seeing he's focusing in on that Ace of Cups he's holding in his hand, and he's deciding he wants that more than raiding. He's doing a 180 from his normal trait. You're going to be getting this King of Cups, and he's going to come in and he's going to be offering you what you want. But bear in mind, yeah, the Fool with that Temperance is saying, take your time, be careful with this, don't rush in, okay? The Nine of Swords is also crossing this wish. This is a wish formulated from overthinking and pacing around the kitchen, mulling over the rights and wrongs, the ifs and ands, the buts and wheres and wherefores of a situation. Okay, I'm not going to say a person, I'm going to say a situation. If you have been manifesting like that, if you have been wishing like that, yeah, the universe is not very judgmental. It is not very selective, okay? If it's going to grant you a wish, it's going to grant it how you asked for it. So if you were wishing for this, that, and the other, but you were also wishing for the bad as well as the good, yeah, then the universe will deliver that. So just a little bit of advice on manifestation. Just when you wish for exactly what you want. And also, make sure the universe knows what you're wishing for. You have to strip your own human thinking down to a more basic thinking, okay? You ask for $1,000, you're going to get 1,000 deers, possibly, yeah? Because the universe goes, oh, buck, deer. There you go, got 1,000 deers, well done. That was easy for me to sort out. All I had to do was leave a trout of wheat to your garden, and they all turned up. Okay, so you have to be careful what you wish for. And again, the universe don't actually understand our currency, yeah? Especially when some of our currency use the same things for weight as for money. For instance, I'm English, we use the pound, okay? We also use the pound for weight. It confuses the hell out of the Europeans because they all use kilos, but you Americans understand it because you use pounds, but you don't use pounds for money, you use dollars. So there you go. I could ask for £1 million. One day there's a big pile of lead outside my house. I've got £1 million of lead. What am I going to do with that? It's going to take me a long time to weigh that in. Okay? And a lot of questions. Where did I get it from? There's a lot of churches suddenly around the area with no roofs anymore. But anyway, getting back to it, you have to be careful how you manifest. And you've been manifesting the bad into your wish as well as the good. That Nine of Swords was telling me. Okay, this Queen of Pentacles, that was the first card will come out. Let's see what that is the Nine of Wands. Okay, the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card. The Wounded Warrior card is basically putting up some sort of emotional wall. You've had enough. You've had enough of being beaten. You've had enough of being emotionally beaten. You've had enough of being physically beaten. So you're putting up defenses to stop this beating from happening. Okay? In this particular case, you have a bunch of women standing around looking at a baby. The baby's holding the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's a passionate new beginning. And babies are passionate new beginnings. There's a lot of work involved in them. And there's a lot of punishment involved in them as well. I've had a baby. I used to get up in the middle of the night to feed the baby, change the baby and all that. Everyone who's had a baby understands it. I don't mean the physical, mental punishment is bad, but it does take its toll on you after a while. Now this is it. You put defenses up to deal with these. This is saying this person who's coming in to help you is helping you from a defensive stance. It's going to be like not wanting to get too involved in your life. They have their own problems to deal with and they want to keep you away from their problems and they don't want to get sucked into yours, but they're wanting to help you one way or another. With the Page of Swords there, it indicates that on the third week there will be a lot of spying activity going on. There is someone casing you out. It's going to be like checking how you're doing, but not directly. They're not going to phone you up and ask you. It's going to be like just reading between the lines on your social media and the like. Okay, if you don't do social media, yeah, they're going to be asking mutual friends. Oh yeah, how's Earth sign doing? Oh, yeah, I haven't talked to them for a little while. Oh, life's good for them. Oh, yeah, okay. Are you sure about that? I have a feeling that it's not, because they're probably a little bit more intuitious than you, and they know that if they know you well enough, they know that you do tend to put a mask on things. Okay, and this is quite specific for a general monthly overview. Crossing this Queen of Pentacles is the Devil. Okay, it's a warning card. It's a warning that you have to take heed from this generosity. Okay, there is the saying, there's no such thing as a free lunch. These pentacles, this material help you're going to be getting off this third week will have to be paid back. This could be energetically material help from the universe, and sooner or later you have to pay your dues and pay it back. Okay, you have to then materialistically, for the universe, help someone else out. Okay, and if you don't, you end up in a tower, which we've implied there was just there, and it will slap it around your face, reminding you that, well, I helped you out when you needed it in August. Okay, there is also a little bit of an addiction. Don't get too used to the handout. Okay, don't expect everyone to be bailing you out all the time. The universe might be bailing you out this time, but it's because it has bigger and better things for you to do at the moment. Okay, so let's see what this Queen of Cups is all about. Oh, so the Queen of Cups. Why have we got this here in the fourth week? Why can my earth signs be expecting more love and emotional communication? So let's have a little look, see how, there we go. Cards nearly flew out, this will be it. Okay, oh well, here's the Temperance again. Okay, this love and this communication, which may be coming into you on the fourth week of the month, yeah, is going to create conflict. I feel it's conflict within you. The 5 wands are in this person. Okay, it's going to be, well, it's a giant, not a person. It's going to be within you. There's going to be something within you which is not trusting it. I say not trusting it because this giant happens to be dropping a sword, an ace of swords, if you will, one sword. The ace of swords is a clarifying truth. You're going to feel that there is some ulterior motive. You're going to feel that there is going to be some lie about it all. Why? Why would they be so open and honest about their love and affection? It goes against the grain for you. And it's going to cause some conflict. But the universe is saying, take some time. Yeah? Like in the first week here, don't rush into things. Take some time and weigh it up and see how good it is. And the crossing card here is the 8 of Swords. Yeah, generally it's a card of overthinking. In this particular picture, we've got someone all bound and looking away. Okay, and then we've got someone who is taking action. You can see the 6 swords down there, which are like vaguely ghostly images of swords, and the 2 main swords there and there, which is sort of saying he's moved his swords from his legs outwards. Yeah, possibly going into a defensive start. Okay, they're both looking in the same direction, and the direction they're looking at in this particular read is over this way, towards this Fool, towards this Temperance up here. Bearing in mind we've got Temperance down there as well. It's suggesting one of them's blindfolded and one of them can see what's coming and take an action. Okay, it is overthinking to a certain extent, but this is just telling me to think your way through this before you take action. Okay, one half of your mind and your soul is saying, well, I'm just bound here and I can't do anything. The other half is like, I've got swords, I can do it. Yeah, you have to find the happy medium between them two. Okay, perhaps use the swords to unbound the other side of your mind, and you can use both sides of your mind to do the thinking. The other thing that card is telling me is like one side of you is blind to the truth and the other side of you is wanting to take action on the truth even if you don't know the ins and outs of it. Okay, so let's see what the last week and the beginning of September holds for you with this 2 of Pentacles. Okay, This juggling of energies. This juggling of energies is communication and emotional fulfillment. The 9 is basically the end of the minor arcana in the tarot. The 10 is the end, but the 10 tends to lead to something new. The 9 leads to the end, so it's the end. Okay. It's a minor arcana of the Star card. It's this wish again, and this wish we know is about love, wanting to have love back. Okay. It's suggesting that by the end of the month, this might be starting to develop. Okay, because we are starting to feel emotionally fulfilled. So we've got emotional fulfillment with the 10 of, the 9 of Cups set. And the wish you have been making starting to come true, starting to see fruition. Okay, and we've got this from the 3 of Cups as well. Now, I know a lot of tarot readers will say it's a third party. Bear in mind, I did mention earlier on in this, a lot of tarot readers do the whole twin flame soulmate connection. Okay, everyone wants to know about what's going on in their love life. It's why it sells so well on YouTube. I don't. That's why my channel is still quite small. Okay, the other thing this card is all about is communication. It's about reunions. It's about social networking. It's about community. Okay, you can't have any of that without communication, which means this card first and foremost is communication. As for third parties, it kind of stems more from the fact that it can be an indication of pregnancy than actually someone else in the relationship. Okay, yes, if you are a couple and then one of you get pregnant, then there is a third party in the relationship. Fair dues. You can see the connection, can't you? But it can be, but not in this particular case. There is no juggling of a third party in this particular thing. If you are in a relationship already, there is not all of a sudden your partner is not shagging someone else because this card came out here. Remember, this is a general read. Okay, and as a general read, this can all be turned. You could be the recipient of all this energy instead of, or you could be the giver of all this energy instead of the recipient of it. Crossing this is the 7 of Cups. One of the reasons you are feeling emotionally fulfilled is because of the choices presented before you. Come the end of the month, things are going to settle down and you are going to see that the world is your oyster. There's travel involved in that. There is conflict involved in this. There is the Empress sitting right in the middle. And we talked about the Empress right early doors. Okay, the Empress is what you sort of really want to get. Once you've seen the Empress, nothing else compares. Okay, so that is your read, Earth signs. Now, obviously, this won't resonate with you, the bulk of you, yet, because this has not happened. It's a future read. But if it does resonate with you, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Feel free to come back to this video and watch it as many times as you like throughout the week and month. Okay, and if it is panning out for you the way I've said, then feel free to make a comment on it, because I would love to know. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. As I said, it is a general read and it will not resonate with everyone. I am putting on the bulk of the energy I feel out there, not every strand of energy I feel out there. So some of you, this is just going to be a load of mumbo jumbo, but don't stop that don't let that stop you from tuning into my weekly overviews I do and my future monthly overviews, because in the future you might be the one who's in the bulk of the energy and the people who are resonating with this read might be in the minority and not be resonating with it. Okay, thank you very much and catch you all